Great. All right. I'm going to call us to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Thank you for attendance this evening. We have Meredith is going to be arriving just a little late. She has a little moving up ceremony this evening at the middle school, which was going to be from 6 to 6:30. So she'll join us when she is done with that. And Jack is unable to be here this evening. Thank you, students. We have extra students tonight, so thank you, especially Gabby and Paige, who were probably awake all night last night. So thank you for being here. I'm going to take a motion to adopt the meeting agenda with one amendment, which is to move 7A, which is the retirement recognition, up to right between presentation B and C. So we'll do that after the oath of office. So I will take a motion to approve the meeting agenda with that one amendment.
I move we approve the agenda with the amendment.
Thank you, Diana. Is there a second? I'll second that. Thank you, Heather. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. All right, thank you. So we have some really fun presentations this evening, and I will let... should I kick off the first one? All right. We have the happy and sad occasion of recognizing our senior board representatives who have dedicated really so much of their time to be members of the board and to give us input and to be involved in all of the things that we have done over the past couple of years. So I think we'll just say a little bit about them, and then we have a little gift for you both. But I'll just start off by congratulating you both on graduating last night, and letting you know that your contribution to the board has been something that will go on for a very long time. And we've just really valued everything that you have both brought to us. And I mean, you've done the presentations, and you really were part of reimagining the presentations or the projects that student board members do to make it so much more valuable. You were part of expanding what used to be only really like engagement with really Anacortes High School. You expanded it to include CAP, you expanded it to include the middle school students, and then all of the elementary students. And so to me, that's your biggest contribution, is helping us to get even more student voice into what we do on the board, and bringing it down to even the elementary level. So
I want to reiterate the fact that you guys have done a tremendous job. And I like how you personalized what we gave you as a task to do when going into the schools. And then by the end of this year especially, you guys personalized it and brought your own uniqueness to it. And it gave us more information to work with. So thank you for being bold and beautiful. And we really appreciate all the time that you've dedicated to this board and the school and all the other students. You've set an amazing example. So thank you. And we look forward to seeing what you guys do next.
Yep. You are both really, I won't go too, you are both really beautiful, most particularly inside. You're beautiful in every way, but the two of you have demonstrated the reason, I think, to everyone that we always go, what do the students think? And then you have shown up and you've gotten those other student voices represented, and you've led in a kind, beautiful way. Mm-hmm. And just set the bar even higher for those who will come. And Paige, I also want to recognize that I feel shortchanged because we didn't get you the whole time, and you dove in so fast and caught up and became a leader immediately. And I think you both have acknowledged how you came from you're both leaders in the school, but in different areas, and you worked seamlessly together and were mentors to these two over here and set them up to be mentors now. And I'm just could not be prouder of you. Everybody knows that working with you is my favorite part of the job, but you've made it really special this year, and I feel really honored to have gotten to work with you. So thank you.
So I'll start with you, Gabby. What really stands out to me about you is that you are truly remarkable when it comes to what it means to be inclusive. Watching you engage with other people You have a heart for it. You are a leader, and you are able to bring together such a diverse group of people, and you do it with such love. And that is going to take you so far in life. So keep working at bringing people together. And Paige, you, like Diana said, you came in like a wrecking ball in such the most positive way. So for those who don't know, Paige came in at the end of the year and came in and covered for somebody else, and she didn't know anything, and she put her heart and mind to it, and not only had to catch up, but then suddenly was leading the process. Paige, you have a gift for organization, clarity, and kindly moving people where they need to go. You have a knack for teaching and learning. And I know you don't like me saying that, but I really hope you become a teacher someday. When I hear you talk about kids, when you visit classrooms and you see what our teachers are doing and the way that you're able to break it down, you are a teacher, regardless of whether you become one professionally or not. And both of you are just truly beautiful humans, and it's been an honor to work with you. And lastly, I'll just say, and this is true for really all four of you, I love the fact that you engage our students and you bring back difficult questions. You ask us hard to think critically about the decisions that we're making. These positions are not just student positions. You guys are making a real difference in the decisions that we make, and you show up and you push on us, and I appreciate that. I'm going to miss both of you.
Yep.
I'm going to keep this really quick because I can echo every single sentiment that everybody said. So I'm not going to build. I can't talk today, but I'm just going to add on to that one of the things that I most appreciated, and I saw you take the lead on this in a different way, and then the four of you all came along with this, but your voice as student representatives, you found the role of the student representative's voice in a very different way than we've ever seen it here in Anacortes, and you make sure that you're informed. You are diligent and thoughtful and very professional. And you also make sure you're speaking your truth. And you aren't afraid to communicate during the board meetings, during the study sessions. You show up, and your voice is very different and very strong in a beautiful way. And you have modeled that. You all four of you are just making sure that you communicate, and you do have a voice in such a different way, and that's a great model for student representatives to come, and I just really, really appreciate that, and thank you.
Thank you both. We have some gifts for you. So we have a framed photo with all of us. Have written you some messages, yeah, and then a little bit of something for you all to take into your futures. You're both going to college, so we know what it's like being college students and and needing things. So we hope that you will use that for something you need. Yep. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you both. And now they get to take their plaques and leave us. Yep.
Yes, you get to keep your plaques. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just the insert, right. All right, thank you both, and get some sleep. Yeah. All
You guys
right.
have set them up well.
Yeah, you have.
Bye.
All right, and we will transition now to the oath of office for our new student board reps, Allie and Madeline.
All right, I'm going to ask Allison to come up to the front and face the audience. And you're a theater kid, yes. All right, and we'll go ahead and raise your right hand, and you're going to repeat after me, okay? I, Allison Claridge, do hereby solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Washington, and will faithfully discharge the duties of Student School Board Representative of Anacortes School District Number 103, Skagit County, State of Washington, to the best of my ability. All right, congratulations.
Hey, photo.
All right. Okay, Madeline, come on up. Okay, go ahead and raise your right hand. I, Madeline Ray, do hereby solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Washington, and will faithfully discharge the duties of Student School Board Representative of Anacortes School District Number 103, Skagit County, State of Washington, to the best of my ability. All right, congratulations. All right, 2 new student board reps.
Welcome, both of you.
All right, Casey and Zephyrin, you are now mentors. There's no excuses.
All right, thank you. Welcome. We're super excited for you both to join the board. All right, Dr. Irish is now going to do the retiree recognition.
All right. So tonight we celebrate and honor our retirees in the Anacortes School District for their remarkable contributions to serving our students and colleagues to our staff. This is a milestone, not just to end their career, but is a new chapter in their life. And we are deeply, deeply grateful for their dedication, expertise, and the heart that they have brought every day to this job and to serving kids. So I'm going to ask, as when I call your name, for you to stand up and come on up to the front, and you're going to stay up there, and then we're going to do a photo op. And honor all of you. So I'm going to start with now. I know there's some people on the list that I'm going to name that are not in the room, but I want to, for the sake of the video, make sure that we recognize them on video as well. So I'm going to go down our list. So Peter Lincoln is our challenge teacher at Island View Elementary. Robert Hancock, social studies teacher at Anacortes High School. Kenneth Welk, social studies teacher at Anacortes High School. Yamaya Simonis, special education resource teacher at Mount Erie. I thought she was here. No. Valerie Holgertz, PE teacher at Anacortes Middle School. Charles Kager, custodian, Anacortes High School. Carol Kirkpatrick, registrar at Anacortes High School. John Bradshaw, maintenance, the district office. Arlene Volkman, paraeducator at Anacortes High School. Karen Garrison, supervisor transportation. Steve Pennick, maintenance at the district office. Therese Lewis, driver and transportation. Yay! Come on up. Sharon LaRue, para at Island View. I don't see Nancy. Nancy White, para at Island View? No. Paula Lindbo, food service supervisor at Anacortes High School. Juanita Maltzberger, admin assistant at and food service, Anacortes High School. And Linda Lindsay Earwood, paraeducator at Island View. All right, so as you all are standing up there, we have, for all of our retirees, we have sent a special gift to you in email that you have a selection of, so make sure if you have not read your email to look. There is an opportunity for you to have a gift from the Anacortes School District in recognition of your years of service. And I am so grateful for the time, energy, love, and heart that you've put in every day serving kids, and the numerous volunteer hours that you put in as well into this community. You are truly, truly remarkable, and we're going to miss you very much. And now I'm going to come up, shake your hand, and I'm going to ask the board to come up so we can get a photo as well.
Congratulations to you all. We hope you've got wonderful rest and adventures in your futures. Great, so we are going to now recognize some of our district staff who are leaving us. We had a little celebration at dinner, and we had a banner hanging in the staff room here that said, "Who said you could leave?" So despite the fact that we are all feeling that way, we are going to recognize Mike Sullivan and Dr. Becky Clifford and Dr. Justin Irish. So let's just, I think we can just do you all at once, or we can, yeah. So I will just start. Mike, Mike's going to have to come up, though. Yeah. Maybe just go, you should stand out here like everyone. What? I don't know. No, I think Justin and Becky were in the district just a little bit before Mike, but I think I speak for all of us when I say that the three of you, you all three came in at a very difficult time, helped us navigate through some real tough challenges like COVID. I mean, Justin, I always tell people we hired him, I think it was the end of February, right? Like the very end, and on March 13th, the whole world shut down. So thank goodness we got the hiring process done before that happened, but he literally jumped into the fire his first day as superintendent in Anacortes, and you were right with him, Becky. And Mike, not too much longer after that. So not only were we navigating COVID and all that surrounded that, but we were navigating just really uncertain financial challenges and budget situations that are ongoing. And the three of you came in and were able to bring a level of expertise around systems, around transparency, around decisive decision making that needed to happen quickly, and just really, I don't know what we would have done without your leadership, the three of you, over the past few years, and helping us navigate all of those things. So we know that you all are moving on to places where you are just going to shine and really do some really great work, but we are going to miss you greatly. So I will let the other board members speak, and then if anybody else is here that wants to say something, you're welcome to.
I don't want to do any of this today. It's hard. Okay. Yes, I have not been here for the entirety of you being here, but came on shortly thereafter. And I am so grateful to the three of you for helping us, guiding us, steering us into clear processes and giving us a framework and a strategic plan so that we can carry on. And obviously your skills have been recognized by more people than just us. And I am both very happy for you and still a little mad, but in the best of ways. Justin, it has been, I remember calling you because I needed to make sure I knew this superintendent before I decided to run for office, and going, who is this guy, and saying hi, and immediately feeling like I knew that we could work together and that you put students first. And I've learned so much from you. Becky, you have done so much, but I particularly want to thank you for your work in our partnerships. I mean, that has been an effort that all three of you have helped with, but Becky specifically, I want to call out the fact that you have your relationship building with our hospital, with our family center, with our library. It's been so helpful to Uh-oh, I broke her. I just completely broke it. It gave up on me. So other people don't get to hear what I'm saying. Thank you for that. If you've given us another way that we can support, even when we're not getting enough funding from the state. Thank you for that. I know your next district is very lucky to have you. And Mike, I am so glad that I got to be here and learn about the budget from you as I was onboarded, and that has been my first term, because the patience that you have and the detail and the amount of work you put into making sure that we can truly understand the budget so that we can navigate, especially right now, always. So that was probably what I was worried about the most. And you are a teacher as well, which I so appreciate. So thank you to all three of you. And Justin, thank you for bringing these people in, and all of the other people that you've brought in as well. You're such a strong leader, and North Shore better be nice. I know how lucky they are, but all of the places you're going, thank you to all three of you.
I'll ditto that from both, but I'll include you all three together. I really appreciate the fact that you guys allowed me to come in and ask all the questions, and I still have questions for you. So you got 2 weeks to finish those. But your professionalism and your personal contact with us has been admirable. So I hope going forward that your next districts appreciate those values that you guys bring, and that you'll answer all their questions as well. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you for your work and, like I said, your dedication to us and the school district. So thank you.
Great. Casey, you want something?
Hey. Okay. I'm gonna group you guys all together, then I'm gonna do certain ones. When I first came in to the board, I was super scared. I had no idea what I was doing, but I knew once I got to know you guys that I was gonna be okay. Everything was gonna be fine, because you all, like...
We thought it was us.
Because, like Heather said, I had so many questions, and you all came and answered my questions with a smile on your faces, and I appreciate it. Dr. Irish, seeing how you worked throughout budget cuts and everything was, I know it was super hard on you, but you powered through it so well, and you tried your hardest to not affect students, and I appreciate that, and that doesn't go unseen or unheard, especially in the student body. And whenever it's talked about, I make sure to note that this wasn't what we wanted to happen, and that you tried so hard. But your smile is so contagious, and North Shore is getting a really good superintendent. But just know, we'll always be grateful, be grateful that we had you here. Dr. Clifford, your laugh in the dinner room is so contagious, and it's just, I'm so glad that you are finding a good place for you in South Woodby. They're gaining a really good superintendent. So you go do great things. Yay! And then Mike, even budget stuff, I don't just sometimes understand, but you break it down in such a way that even I understand it. I'm like, oh, okay. And when we have it up there, it's so well put together, and I appreciate you. And wherever you go next is very lucky to have somebody who can break it down so well. So, yeah. Yes.
Thanks, Casey.
Oh, yes.
Okay, my turn. Yeah. You guys have all been amazing. I also was really nervous when I joined the board, but you've all helped tremendously. Mike, I do occasionally read the finance reports. I actually do, I promise. And I understand them, and it's helpful for me, because then I can tell everyone else, because I like to have the numbers just like in my head, so I can tell other people, like, yeah, this is where we're at. And it's so reliable, and I appreciate it, and I know that everyone else who I bug about the numbers also really appreciates it as well. Dr. Clifford, I know that we haven't worked very closely together on this board, but I do also really appreciate the connections that have been made between the district and the community with you kind of spearheading those. I know a lot of people who have really benefited from those connections being built and those like that the help that has brought them. It's been so unbelievably. They're really thankful for it. And then Dr. Irish, I've worked really closely with you, and there's nothing really. There's too much to say, and so there's nothing to say. I don't know. I've always wanted, like when I am graduated and I'm in the world, I've always wanted to be in like a leadership representative position. But working with you has like given me serious thought for getting into like education administration as a career, because it's just you're such an amazing inspiration, and it's so wonderful working with you. And I'm sad that you're leaving, but I'm happy that you're going somewhere that that you can grow as a person, because you really, really deserve it. And I'm jealous of North Shore. That's all I have.
Thank you. Would anybody, I know some of you came to help recognize, so just want to open it up, and if, not required, but if anybody wants to say something about, yeah. Come to the, or just stand up, but we also are, it's being recorded, so Treva, please, we would love for you to speak.
I just want to say thank you to all three of you for, on behalf of Anacortes School District and personally, just for your support, your incredible in-depth, genuine support, your partnership, and your responsiveness. It's been felt and appreciated, and it all trickles down to the kids, so thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? I'm really good at wait time because I used to be a teacher. We have Nikki. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on down. Come on down. I didn't even recognize you. I've got to like put, I need to put my glasses on. I thought you were like students over there.
Snuck in the back. Oh,
Good try.
I'm not kidding.
we don't want to take a lot of time, but we sure want to, on behalf of past board members who've had the privilege to work with the three of you, just express our deepest appreciation, respect, admiration, and well wishes. As has already been mentioned, you navigated us through probably what was the toughest time in the history of school districts. And not only that, but at the same time, we were trying to implement equity, and between a pandemic and implementation of a new, really important guiding foundation, it was tough. It was tough. And I don't know if there was anyone that could have navigated that the way that you were able to navigate it, with kindness and humility. And you just have a great way of just bringing community together and listening and learning and teaching. And it was a gift at that time, that the gift that we didn't know that we needed, and we did know we needed. That's why we chose you. But we just loved you. We love you, all three of you. We appreciate everything that you have done for Anacortes. You've left a legacy for all students and community, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, I want to echo what Bobby Lynn said. We often say one of the most important things the board does is pick the right superintendent. And since we were part of that, we have to say we picked the right one, and so is North Shore. So you, as we said, we feel bad the minute we hired you, like 3 weeks later, it's like you dove right in and helped us rapidly respond in an ever-changing weekly, landscape. Get our kids through it as best we could and engage our families. Becky, the community engagement that you brought in with all the different programs, and getting their voices and getting them on board with changes as we move forward is just amazing to see. And Mike navigating, bringing in real processes and transparency into our budget and involving the community and understanding it, especially with everything we've had to tackle over the last several years with budget crunches and ongoing. So I feel like we're in a good place.
he'll be missed, but I know you guys are going to do great things where you're going. So.
Thank you both. Thank you. So the board has, somebody else. Oh, yeah. Yes, please do. Yep, please come up and speak into the microphone. Folks who are listening online want to hear what we have to say.
I was a teacher, as many of you know, in the Anacortes School District for 38 years. And I have been through all kinds of administrations. I've seen much change over the years. I am an active volunteer in the district 4 days a week now. I'm at every single school except the middle school. And it is a privilege to work with these dynamic teachers and these wonderful children who give me energy every single day. But what I want to comment on in regard to these, where's Mike? Hi, Mike. What I want to comment on in particular was, over the last few years, I hear a lot in the community, I hear a lot in the schools, I hear a lot from a lot of different people. And so I process it all, and I try to kind of take it all in and be a good listening ear and make sense of it in my own way. So when particularly you, Justin, and Becky came in, when I read about it initially in the paper, I thought, are they crazy? They're coming in during COVID and so many other challenges that they're entering into, and then Mike followed. And I have watched Justin, as difficult as this job has been in terms of budget cuts, having to make very hard and critical decisions with other people and by himself. I have seen him and heard him feel such commitment to this district, and particularly to the children and the teachers in this district. I have seen him cry. I'm sorry, Justin, I have to say it. I have seen him cry about some of the very hard things that are going on right now. And when he's had to talk to teachers, when he knows the impact on the children, when he understands the systematic approach to what's going on globally in the district, I have seen him suffer with that and still show the kind of leadership that has brought us forward, even when it has not been popular. So I have not always agreed with all your decisions, Justin. You know that. You've heard that from me. But I have always tremendously respected the job that you have to do, and that deep in your heart of hearts, you care about doing. There's no question in my mind, you care about those kids. You care about those teachers. You care about your staff. No question in my mind. And Becky, so I'm not going to say what it was, but Becky had to do something where I had to take her to a hospital, and she was on the phone and involved in meetings when she was coming out of anesthesia. Well, not exactly that. I have to say she was out of anesthesia, but she is so committed to what she does that any time I've ever been with her, she's got 3 meetings going on the phone, caring about what she's doing, wanting to make connections. And Mike, I'm not a numbers person. I'm a words person. And yet somehow you made sense of everything. When I heard you talk, I thought, oh, okay, now I get it. So thank you for that. Thank you for what you've given to this district. Thank you both for I'm going to choke up here. Thank you both for what you've done for us. I am so indebted and so proud to be a part of this district and to have witnessed what you've done here. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will close by saying we have a gift for each of you. It was something that a local Guimas artist created for each of you, and so we want you to have something to take with you to remember Anacortes. So these have your names on them. There's a thing about from the artist inside that talks about who the artist is and what the. So do you want to take this to Justin? And there's cards right there too, Diana. Thank you. And this one is for you, Becky. So each one is a little bit different. Yeah, you're welcome. So we hope that you will take that with you and remember your time in Anacortes, where all the places you go. You're welcome. Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. Yes. Yeah, you can say something. Nikki's gonna say something to finish this off.
There we go. Mike hid back there, did he? Well, you guys have caused quite the rumors in town leaving all at the same time. And I think that the really funny part about it is it's all just kismet timing, and I'm so incredibly excited for the three of you, for the opportunities that you're being given closer to home and, you know, like superintendent job of your dreams. And I'm just really excited, but at the same time, the solid team that we have is, the band is being broken up, and obviously, Justin, I came to this district to work specifically for you. You're the teacher that I wanted professionally, and I am just so honored that you took the time to teach me. It's a really hard move, but I'm not going anywhere because you're stuck with me, my friend. It has been such a privilege to learn at the fast pace that you teach at. This man doesn't walk, he runs. And so you just kind of have to keep up with him, and it's just really exciting to see you work. And I can't wait to see what you do next, and I'm so proud of you. Becky, you and I are gonna work more together with the Oak Harbor and South Whidbey, so I'm just really, really, really excited to work with you in that capacity, and I'm just so excited for your next step, and South Whidbey is so lucky. And Mike, you get to go closer to home. I'm so excited for you, and I thought you would be stuck dealing with numbers with me for the rest of your time, but I'm really, really excited for your next step. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Nikki. I think I'll close by just saying I said this about you, Justin, in our last meeting, but it really is true for all three of you that your selections into these next positions are really a testament to your leadership in Anacortes and all of the wonderful things you've done here. And so while we are sad and you are going to all three be really, really missed, we know that because of your leadership, you're moving into jobs that are really, honestly, like perfect for all three of you. So we just wish you the best, and yeah, thank you. All right, I guess we have to get on to some business now. Actually, you'll get to speak because we have no public comments this evening. So okay. We will move right into superintendent and assistant superintendent comments.
Well, that's really hard to follow. I just want to reiterate that this is a bittersweet move for me, and I am really proud of our staff. I'm proud of our students. I'm proud of this board, and it's been an honor to work with you. I have grown so much in this leadership role, and I'm grateful to the community. I'm grateful for the team that is around us. The principals in this community, in this district, are amazing, and I'm a stronger leader because of the team that we have and the holes that you poke in my thinking and the ways in which we collaborate and make things better. So thank you for that. And I don't have much more to say other than just thank you. And I appreciate and I'm going to miss you all very much. And it's been an honor to serve Anacortes. And I'm very excited to be able to keep my house here and still be a part of the community.
I'm a little bit speechless, which I just want to thank everybody. And I thank you for the kind words, just the partnership, the leadership from our students to our staff, to the board, to the administrators, to the community, to our parents. This is a really special and really incredible community. I have loved being here, and I am very fortunate to have this next opportunity, and it's really sad to have to say goodbye. But this community is strong, and we have really, really strong people here, and it is just kismet that the timing is, I said this last month, the timing just sucks. But this community is really, really strong, and we walked into a really strong foundation, and while you shared some things that we have contributed to it, it was easy to do that with the community here. It was easy to do this with every single person and every single staff member, every board member that we've worked with the administrators. We've had some consistent administrators and then new administrators, with the foundation, with our partners, with our family members, with the community. Everybody here has created such a strong foundation, and that's legacies, like years before us, to be able to do the great work that we've been able to be a part of. And that will last. That will last beyond us. And I'm really confident and really excited for you, for the people who are coming next, because they're going to be able to do great things too, and they're going to be a part of this next chapter with you all. So I'm thankful that I got to be a part of a chapter. But we're just part of one chapter, and there's many more to come, and I'm really excited to see what's to come next, because there's only continued greatness in the future. And so thank you all, and well, we're not far away. We're still here. We're just in a different capacity. So.
Thank you. All right, we have board comments, which we already gave some, but I'll just maybe start us off by congratulating again the class of 2025. There was a really wonderful graduation last night. And just want to express gratitude to all of the teachers and building staff who are doing their best to just really close out the year for kids in a really celebratory and happy way. And sometimes the end of the school year can be a lot with everything that is going on, but I know just personally from my own child and other kids that I know of, they're experiencing the end of the school year in a really great way. And so just want to give a shout out to all the teachers that are working hard to close the school year for our kids. Any other board members have comments this evening?
I just got back, from the middle school moving up ceremony, and it's reinvented a little bit this year, and the staff and the student leadership did a really nice job at coming up with some new things for the 8th graders to celebrate their moving up. And Cole Ports, who is next year's president at Anacortes High School, delivered a knockout speech. So thank you, Cole. And then I didn't get a chance to say my thank yous. And so what was on my mind for Mike and Becky and Justin was teaching me. I know that sometimes my lack of confidence as a school board director may have been frustrating, and I am appreciative of your patience and allowing me to listen and learn and teaching me how to do this job. So thank you, and I'm excited for all of you in your new roles, and we will miss you, but I feel stronger to be able to be a part of what the next chapter is because of the three of you, so thank you.
Thank you. All right, we are gonna, students, do you have anything additional to say this evening?
Hello? There we go. Okay, I just want to say thank you again to Mike, Dr. Becky, or Dr. Clifford, and Justin. And next year, ASB officers and senior class officers, it's going to be a fun year next year. So, yeah, I just wanted to shout that out. And also, congratulations to the class of 2025. Yay!
Thanks, Casey.
I'm going to parrot literally everyone else again. Thank you, Dr. Irish, Dr. Clifford, and Mike, and I hope you guys all are able to continue being great at what you do. I also want to congratulate the class of 2025, and also I want to welcome our new 2 student board representatives. I'm really looking forward to working with all of you next year. And also, I want to talk about a little bit, just a tiny bit, about the digital media program at AHS. This summer is going to do a lot of fundraising, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to try to really be more involved in what the community wants from the public portions of the digital media program next year. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Thanks, Zephyrin. All right, we are going to have Mike come up, and we're going to go to our finance update. So we'll start with the enrollment report.
All right, we're back to business. Thank you, everybody. We're back to business.
Such a numbers guy.
Enrollment for the year is done, right? And even though we ended overall down 9.69 FTE, which isn't a lot, it's still down, and that's not the direction we want to be. More important to me is that in-person enrollment. And again, I thought it was going to be around 25 back in September, down by 25. It ended up being 21.22. And I kind of updated it about 22 a couple months ago, maybe. What was surprising, though, that kind of kept it a little better was May to June actually went up in FTE, and that was unusual. And if you look at the charts that I provided, even in-person and total enrollment, you'll see it always dips in June and comes back up. And those, so the 2 lines there show that. But this last year, May went up from May to June. Not normal. As a matter of fact, it was not normal enough that I even went into Danette, and said, "Are you sure? Double check these numbers." And sure enough, they were good. So, any questions on enrollment?
Any questions? No? All right, we can move to the financial report.
All right. I think our taxes are up a little bit, and they may be down in May because of it. As a matter of fact, I know they are a little bit in May. So that just means more people paid their taxes on time, which is great. Local receipts up a little bit. State revenue, again, I planned on that going down. It's going to continue to go down a little bit more to the end of the year because we did not have the enrollment in there. Again, my grants are just behind in some things. I learned today, for example, about one of those reasons why. For example, we had somebody who turned in their timesheets for the whole year, and some of those were grants. So it's that type of thing that happens. And I think we'll need to work on every month. You need to turn those in. So, and how important that can be. Now, I had told the county to do our transfer from the Capital Projects Fund, the tech levy, to pay for tech levy expenditures, and they failed to move the money. It was in my request. They failed to move it. So they fixed it in May, which is great. But therefore, my financial reports will look a little lower than what is normal. So I did that transfer line in there to show what was supposed to happen at the county's level and what it would look like if it didn't, because if it had happened, sorry. So I kind of showed that in there so that you could see where we're really landed at the end of May. For the MSOCs, total expenditures are over budget by 0.29%. So year to date, I think we're really close. The MSOCs are the ones that are a little over budget right now, but that's a smaller portion of our budget. And that can vary quite a bit from month to month, depending on when the bills come in compared to the prior years. But payroll, I'm kind of happy with that. It's kind of gone up and down a little bit as we've gone along, but really close. And I think it's going to stay really tight for the rest of the year. Like overload for the year, I projected the salaries alone for overload for the year to be about $375,000, and they came in at like $372,000 something, right? So under budget, but really close to what we projected. So I know that now because we got June's enrollment numbers in my overload calculated. But that's just an example of something that they're really tight. But that means we don't have a lot of wiggle room in that, right? So ending fund balance, I'm pretty certain because of a little less money we're going to get in the state apportionment in June, because the state has told us that they don't have the ability to give us the full amount due, that we're going to get a little less. So I'm pretty certain we will be borrowing some at the end of June. I don't know how much, but I'm also really certain we'll be able to pay it back July 31st.
Mike, so that apportionment that the state has let districts know they aren't going to be able to pay, that will just come in just a month later, right? It'll just come in July?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I figured it's around $75 per student. I don't know the exact impact for us yet, but it's about that.
And this is every district in the whole state?
It's every district in the whole state.
Thankfully, we already passed the resolution to borrow in case we needed to, so we're set for that.
Yes, so we are set for it, yes.
It'd be nice if the state was on the hook for that interest that we have to pay, but.
I believe they also passed, the state legislator passed something that said I didn't have to pay any interest if we borrow from ourselves in the other fund. So.
Like forever, that's the case, or just because of this one situation?
Just because of this one situation.
Okay.
Just because there's so many school districts in the state needing to do this right now. So therefore, they made a couple of exceptions like that.
Okay, so it's like kind of a temporary pause that we don't have to, just for this one time, we won't have to pay.
Well, for
won't pay
this
interest.
year, and I think even for next year, and I don't remember after that. So that's where I'll say my mind's a little fuzzy on exactly how long it's good for, but I thought it was for the biennium.
Okay, interesting.
This immediately and through the next maybe 2 years.
Okay. Also not great that the state's saying, go ahead and just borrow money if you can't pay it, but
Right.
anyway.
And if you're in a worse condition than us, you can borrow from like the Transportation Vehicle Fund, which we
Wow.
are not allowed to borrow from typically.
All right.
I know.
That feels like desperate measures, but thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Other questions?
So when we borrow that, where do we borrow it from? Ourselves?
Ourselves.
But
Yeah.
is that our fund balance?
So we
is
have
it-
money from the technology levy that we're going to spend, our technology/capital levy.
Yeah.
That we collected April 30th, and we're going to spend, and saved up some from October, and we're going to spend some of that on some new computers that we've ordered.
Right.
And we're going to spend it on re-roofing Island View right now, some things along those lines. And we're spending some, for example, for the new solar panels we just got. But all that I'm spending there, I'm getting reimbursed from the state for those. But I had to have the money to purchase $500,000 worth of solar panels in order for the state to give us $500,000. So that can create, but I've got enough money under there to do all of that, and for the general fund to borrow from the Technology Capital Projects Fund.
Okay.
We just pay it back the following month.
So again, I'll reiterate, thank
Yeah.
you for keeping us in a spot where we can at least do that.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Right.
But if we're borrowing, it's because we actually don't have money in the fund balance to cover.
In the general
Right.
fund.
Yep.
In the general fund, yeah. We don't actually have the money to cover it.
So we have to borrow from a different fund.
Right.
Yep. Other questions? All right.
All right.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Great. Jack's not here actually, so we should have struck the WIA update, but I'll see if Meredith has a legislative update. No report. Thank you. The legislature's not currently doing anything right now.
Literally.
All right, so we will move into new business then. We have the privilege of voting for Dr. Irish's final superintendent evaluation in Anacortes. So I will just say that this is a compilation of the work from the entire year and aligned to the 4 pillars and the targeted goals that we set in collaboration with Dr. Irish at the beginning of the school year this year around the work that was the board's priority for the district to accomplish. And just want to name that despite the budget challenges, despite real capacity challenges and workload challenges because of all of the positions that have been reduced, especially at the district office, Dr. Irish and his team were exemplary in accomplishing the goals that we set forth and getting the work done to move towards our strategic plan. So I will take a motion that we approve the superintendent evaluation for 24-25.
I move we approve the superintendent evaluation. For
Thank you,
2025.
Diana. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Meredith. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. And then we have a resolution 1003, which I think Mike's going to speak to us about.
Yeah, so for many years, we have been involved in a small works roster cooperative with Mount Vernon School District. And Mount Vernon School District said, hey, everybody on our roster, except for 2 companies, are on the MRSC roster, the Municipal Research Service Center of Washington roster. And any school district in the state can be part of that roster for free. And they are going to move to it and discontinue the cooperative that we've been doing here with them. So therefore, we decided that it would probably be best for us to move to it as well. All the districts in the cooperative are doing the same thing and said, yeah, that we felt was the best way to go moving forward, to use the MRSC as the small works roster for our district. So that's the recommendation.
Thank you. Are there any questions? And if not, I'll take a motion to approve resolution 1003.
So moved.
Thank you, Meredith. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Diana. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. So Mike also has the 25-26 fee schedules.
Yeah, I'll say mainly we contacted the schools and said what fees need to change. They gave us that information. I'll point out though that the food service ones are going up as well because we are required to do what's called an equity tool in our calculations. It's a different type of equity. It's to make sure that the free and reduced lunch money we get from the federal government isn't subsidizing the paid student. Therefore, there's a calculation we have to run through and do, and it would project that we need to charge more. Now, at the elementary level, even though we're setting a lunch rate at $4, all 3 of them are going to be free next year, but we still have to set a paid lunch rate.
Thank you. I want to just make sure to say on record and just clarify that the fees for Anacortes High School and Anacortes Middle School for students who are on free and reduced lunch, are those waived, all like the sports fees and all of those?
If they opt for that.
If they opt to.
So yes, it's not an automatic, if you're on free and reduced lunch, those fees are waived. When you sign up for free and reduced lunch, you need to fill out a part or check a box saying, I would also like to participate in the other items that I can qualify for in free and reduced. They have to let that be known in order for us to put that in effect for them.
I also want to thank Nikki for, this is the first year that we have a system in place for collecting the forms from families, and our response rate is higher than it's ever been. And that is the reason all 3 elementary schools qualify for free and reduced lunch. And I will say, without any reservation, the reason why those 3 schools have free lunch is because of Nikki working very hard to make sure that we got a high response rate, and staff at the schools who are working with Nikki to make sure that they were consistently talking with their families, our principals, and that system is working. And so, but Nikki came to me and said, I want to make this system change, and thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we made it by 1 kid.
Thank you, Nikki. I want to just also just say that when I first joined the board, we had a real commitment to try to reduce as many fees as we could and make sure that paying for something was never a barrier for kids to be able to participate in sports and activities and all of the things that are available that our district offers. And we're just not in a place anymore where we can reduce all fees, obviously, unfortunately. But I just want to make sure that we're all, as people in the system, are as diligent as possible to continue to make sure that it's not a barrier. Being able to pay the fees is not a barrier for kids. So appreciate you, Nikki, for advocating for that and helping families get the forms turned in, and appreciate all the folks that are part of the process of making sure that kids have access. So, all right. I will take a motion then to approve the 25-26 fee schedule.
I make a motion to approve the 25-26 fee schedule.
Thank you, Heather. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Diana. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. And Mike has one more this evening, which is the vehicle surplus.
Yeah, we have some buses that we've used for parts since they were no longer being used, and or had extensive, engine damage or things along those lines that are in poor or scrap type condition, and then a couple of vehicles so in poor condition, and so we're putting those forward so we can surplus them.
Great. Thank you, Mike. Is there a motion to approve the vehicle surplus?
I move to approve the surplus of 6 buses and 2 support vehicles as recommended by the district administration due to each vehicle having reached the end of its useful life.
Thank you, Meredith. Is there a second?
Second. Okay.
We'll take Heather. Thank you, Heather. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. Dr. Dewey is here to speak with us about a curriculum adoption this evening.
All right, good evening. So tonight we're going to be looking at 3 curriculum for adoption. And real quickly, this is tied to our annual operating plan for making sure that each student has equitable access to rigorous course offerings, including multiple pathways for success. And tonight I'm going to be highlighting curriculum from our CTE pathways, health sciences, as well as AP biology. Part of our procedure for our curriculum is to always look at open educational resources, and this evening 2 are connected to open educational resources, and that basically means they're free, except for we have already purchased books, hard copies, so that our students aren't always looking at the screens for our some of our curriculum, not our AP Bio yet, so I'll show that in a second. We also need to look at the fact that these are dual credit courses, and because of that, we can't just pick any curriculum. We need to make sure that it aligns with the curriculum, and for our AP courses that it's approved from the College Board. So this is our criteria that we always look at when we're looking at curriculum, and we want to make sure that's research-based. It meets our college and career readiness requirements. It serves students with diverse learning needs, and it provides technology access. So first was high school biology, AP biology. We are excited to offer this course next year. It's going to be taught by Miss Moore. This is the first time we've offered the course, so we're really excited to be able to offer it here at Anacortes High School. We have 58 students signed up to take this course. This is the recommended curriculum from other school districts that are using AP biology. So we talked with other school districts, we looked around at what other school districts are using, and most often they're now using OpenStax. And part of that is College Board changes the curriculum so often that we would not want to purchase a hard copy book that would set us back thousands and thousands of dollars just to have it purchase another one in a few years. This was most recently adopted by Meridian School District. They just went through the process and adopted this same curriculum. As you can see, this was written in 2018, but last updated in 2025. So this will continue to be updated. And in fact, Kristen Moore, who's going to the College Board Institute, this is the curriculum that they're going to be having there. It is online. However, there's soft copy books, paperback books that are pretty inexpensive from Amazon that we'll be able to purchase for students that do need to have a hard copy. Any questions for AP Biology?
Just thankful that this opportunity is going to be there for kids to take. I know somebody who's well into college who wished that she had had an AP biology option. So thank you for advocating and bringing this to the school.
Yes, we're super excited. It has at least 15 labs that are multi-day labs. And so we're excited to be able to offer our students those lab opportunities before they go on to college.
Do you have a question, Zephyr?
Oh. So as far as AP science classes at HS go, will we continue to offer both AP Physics and AP Chem?
Yes, so AP Physics will be offered every year. AP Bio and AP Chem are going to be every other year, and that allows us to continue offering AP courses in a small high school so that we have enough students taking the courses.
I really like that because I know that there's a lot of people who are either chemistry or physics people, and I mean, and that's not everyone, but that's like there's a lot of people who are, and there's also a lot of people who are really into biology, but there hasn't been an AP option for them, and I know a lot of people who really appreciate it and will appreciate the ability to take multiple AP science courses.
Mm-hmm. We'll also continue to offer AP Environmental every year.
Thank you.
Our next one is CTE Health Sciences Personal Training. We were able to pilot some of it this year. This is from the American Council on Exercise. This is a hard copy text, and it is one American Council on Exercise does certification, so it's important that we use their book. And this is paid by CTE funds, so we're able to afford and pay for this textbook. What we really appreciated about it is it also was recently adopted by the Wenatchee School District. It does a really nice job of equipping students to work with diverse clients across all ages and abilities. And we really appreciated that. We also appreciated the fact that it looked at diversity of backgrounds in different roles within the text, the pictures, representation. They did a really nice job of demonstrating that, as well as teaching students to look at their own biases when they're working with their clients in exercise. Any questions on personal training?
Nope, just also excited for the opportunity that kids are going to have to take this class.
Yeah, and really appreciate those things being called out, and in that, thank you for prioritizing those.
Mm-hmm. So when they take personal training, they can actually take an assessment, and if they pass, they become a personal trainer. So they can work at their colleges, in the gyms, different places, and they'll be a certified personal trainer. So it's fun. Next up, we have the Human Anatomy and Physiology. This one we actually have, it's CTE. And it is OpenStax again, but also we have softbound, and we have the ability to buy softbound copies for everyone. So we're excited for that because it is anatomy and physiology. We want to make sure that students can see pictures, diagrams, all the different things you really need to look at when you're doing anatomy.
Yep. No, go ahead.
Do they still do the coloring?
They don't do as much of that anymore.
I remember it from college. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, great. Any other questions?
I have a question. Wait, is this on? Okay. Is this an add-on to like the current anatomy class, or is it like a different version of the anatomy class?
Good question. So it's still human anatomy,
Okay.
but this is updating it a bit.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Great. Thank you.
So the teachers that have been teaching it talked with other anatomy teachers in many other school districts and at workshops and conferences to see what we could bring to our students to update the course.
Hello. Okay. Is it like a more like in-depth curriculum than it used to be then? Is it like more advanced for?
I wouldn't necessarily say that it's more advanced,
Okay.
but it's updated based on what we know more in current practices in human anatomy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great. All right, we're going to vote on each of these three separately. So I will take a motion to approve the biology for AP courses OpenStax.
So moved.
Thank you, Meredith. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Diana. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. We will go ahead and take a motion then to approve the professional guide to personal training from the American Council on Exercise.
So moved.
Thank you, Diana. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Heather. All those in favor?
Aye.
And finally, the anatomy and physiology open stacks. I will take a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve that addition.
Thank you, Heather. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Meredith. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And I just want to thank you, Dr. Dewey. I know, like, when budget is tight, it's hard to continue to think about how we update our courses and bring the most latest curriculum to students, and also adding courses. So just appreciate your diligent work in continuing to spearhead curriculum adoptions to bring good curriculum options to our high school.
I'm fortunate that we have an amazing science team that works really hard to meet the needs of our students.
Thank you to the science team and to the selection committee as well for working through and coming up with solutions. We thought we'd have to pause all curriculum adoption for a long time, and we've been able to continue to look at curriculum adoptions because of the flexibility and the creativity of our staff. So thank you. All right, I think we are moving into our consent agenda, which has some sad personnel recommendations. But if there is any questions, otherwise I will take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you, Meredith. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Diana. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. And for the board calendar, this is usually our last time and through the summer, but we actually have a few special meetings scheduled coming up. So we will be meeting on June 20th, which is next Friday, to make a selection for our interim superintendent. And then we will also be meeting on August 21st, or sorry, the 27th, the following Friday, to hopefully, June, sorry, I'm way ahead. June 27th, the following Friday, to approve a contract for our next interim superintendent. And then our budget hearing and adoption meeting is going to be on August 21st. And just want to also name that the meetings on the 20th and 27th will be on Google Meet, still open to the public because action will be taken during those meetings, but we will not be meeting in person for those meetings. No? Okay. All right. With that, we will adjourn for our evening.
Summer's here. How's your summer gonna go?
Yes. Is that from you?
And then I